daily astrology, this is when the things really get crazy, okay? People have been talking about April's a crazy month. This is the crazy week of the crazy month. By the way, my eye, I started steroids today. It's already fine. I can see the light. Like, it's almost white again. I told you we just had to get Mars out of Pisces because it was making an aspect with my moon, and that rules the left eye. Medical astrology is crazy. So our first major aspect this week is Monday. We have Mars and Neptune coming together. That is a false flag signature, okay? That's connected to Charlie Kirk, to the Bondi Beach event, to like the Appalachian School in Georgia. That's like... And with what's already been going on, it could be, directed towards employers. It could also be a thing where there's a manhunt where we don't find the person who did it. They're able to hide because of the net. Also, by the way, all this Mercury-Mars influence that we're going to have this week, is bad news for vehicles of all type. We already had that little, plane with a bus thing. There could be planes, trains, any kind of vehicle stuff. There's going to be a lot. And weather stuff. Aries, there's going to be heat waves. There's going to be floods, flash floods, maybe tornadoes. It's about, there's a lot going on. Okay, so then we have the next day, Tuesday, Mercury in a sextile with Uranus, and then it's going into Aries, okay? So whatever happens with that Mercury or that Mars-Neptune is really inspiring people to, move towards action. So there could be something that inspires copycats, but there could also be something really bad that happens in the Middle East that pisses people off. Because on Wednesday, that's when the moon goes into Aries. You've heard people say there's 7 planets in Aries in April. That's only 3 days, and it's the 15th, 16th, 17th, okay, when the moon is there. So people are really feeling fired up. And then on the 16th, we have Mars in a sextile with Pluto. Okay, so that's our 2 planets of violence and aggression working together between Aries and Aquarius. People are, moving towards action. There might be some more throwing of the tea in the heart. The Mercury is in a sextile with Neptune too, right? And then we have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn all coming together over next weekend, the 19th and 20th, to make this conjunction of that's Mars and Saturn together are the most evil pair, okay? Because Mars has the aggression and the fire to act without thinking, but Saturn is the one that's methodical and will sit there and make sure you feel every second of it, right? So these 2 planets together are could be really bad for health signatures, or it could be the end. If you've been dealing with health stuff since October, this will be your wrapping up of it. So that's good too. But it could also, in some instances, be a diagnosis. If you've been trying to figure out what's going on since October, you could be starting something new. Anyway, this week, just expect the news to go fucking crazy, okay?